a very special edition of
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, sitting alongside the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, and the prop plane, Kenny Smith. In a few moments, we'll be sending you out to Philadelphia as the 76ers go up against the Orlando Magic. Checking out the Magic, after splitting their first two games of the season, tonight's game gives them a chance to get their record over the 500 mark and maybe get a little momentum on their side. And guys, Aaron Gordon, the fourth overall pick back in 2014, got a lot of attention for his performance at the dunk contest. Kenny, how can he take his game to the next level?
He's taken it there. His shooting is improved, his ball handling is improved, and his need to take the big play or have the big moment, he is stepping into that limelight.
Yes, he is. He's an elite athlete, still very young. I would love to see him pair with a real mentor named Kenny Smith.
I'd pair up with him.
What would your advice be then to Aaron Gordon if you were going to mentor Aaron Gordon?
The first thing I'd say, basketball is the business, and let's start there. Everything else is a distraction because basketball is the business right now.
Solid advice?
Let me check with Shaq Shadamas. You like that? Yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good.
You got issues, man.
He talks to himself.
Time for tip.
He answered himself. That's what's worse. Talking to yourself or answering yourself is what's worse.
Equal.
It's game time in Philadelphia as the crowds at Wells Fargo Center look to cheer on the 76ers. This is Kevin Harlan, and by my side, Chris Webber and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. For the Philadelphia 76ers, they won their last contest, that game against Chicago. And just one look at the score tells you all you need to know. They were dominant in just about every area.
And once they established that flow offensively, really never got any resistance from the D.
And I feel like the defense was one step behind all night. I mean, they never made the adjustments to string together a few stops.
And with pregame routines coming to an end, we're just about ready for our tip-off. First, though, let's get a report from the sideline and say hello to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Ben Simmons grew up playing Australian rules football. It may be one reason he's so comfortable attacking defenses and creating. He said, you have to read the defenders, draw them, then get rid of it. Otherwise, you're going to get tackled. Well, that's a foul in the NBA, but I understand his sentiment, guys.
And David, he is not shy about contact at all. Thanks. Chris, you played for 5 different teams, a couple of them multiple times. How long do you think it takes to feel comfortable in a new situation for a player?
I tell you, Kevin, that's such a hard tightrope to play. I remember going to different teams, and you have to understand the culture of the team. You have to understand who their best players are already. You have to understand the style of play. And building trust takes time from both sides. So usually you'll come into a situation and you want to make sure that you're showing that you're a great teammate. And so usually in that area, teammates are saying, wait a minute, we brought you over here. We want you to be that guy that we traded for, the guy we just signed and recruited. We were a fan of you. Do the things that you do great. We'll catch up with you. So a lot of it starts with mutual respect, and that means mutual deferment. And then after a while, you both deferring. You're like, wait, we got to win some games. Okay, you be you, I'll be us. We'll all do it together. And kind of once you get over that kind of fine dance in the beginning, that icebreaker, usually that's when things start rolling.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. A starting 5 on the floor. So on the floor for Orlando. Inside, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Augustine and Fournier are in the backcourt. And it's Simmons in at the small forward. Now here's Simmons after Ben Simmons' miss. The drive by Redick. Shoots over Fournier. Offensive rebound. Embiid. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass.
I mean, stellar work on the offensive glass. Indeed, I mean, his reach helps him track down many second chance opportunities.
And Vucevic kicks to Simmons. Passes to Gordon. And stolen by Simmons. And the basket by Gordon.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
Well, that opening right there, that's just because the defense failed to rotate.
Now here's Simmons. In the game against Chicago, very impressive. And that one goes long. Now Augustine. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. And there's the feed to Gordon. Over Simmons. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Orlando.
And while they swept the season series against them last year, making it pretty clear how much separation exists between the two teams.
Yeah, a lot of people think the separation still exists, but I myself, I want to see what happens in this first game before I make that call.
Here's Reddick following the basket by Evan Fournier. Pass to Simmons. Over Augustine, and it's Simmons. That time on the assist from Reddick.
Oh, man, you better appreciate the unselfishness. When Reddick sees an open teammate, as great of a shooter as he is, he's fast at getting him the ball.
Now here is Augustine. 11 points for him in that last game against Charlotte. And the pass to Gordon. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
And off to a strong start offensively. He's got a nice touch.
This is what a point guard should do. Simmons is so adept at noticing when the defense is overcommitted.
And Augustine kicks to Gordon. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Here's Vucevic, and there are the Magic with another bucket.
Well, no matter what, he's always going to be one of the most dangerous men on the court.
Simmons against Augustine. The fader. And it falls over the rim and in.
You got to at least contest Simmons from the mid-range. I mean, he has the touch to be effective from it.
And it's good for 2. Vucevic has got his second bucket tonight.
Nice way to start the evening. His numbers getting calls, and for good reason.
Well, yeah, he's a guy who can carry you for stretches, long stretches in this game. You want to get him involved early and often.
Reddick finds Simmons. His shot is good, scores his 3rd basket in 6 tries, shooting 50%.
And you see how comfortable Simmons is. I mean, he has the size and touch to be effective down there.
Back to Augustine. They get a hand on it. It's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will retain possession.
All right, a moment to check out stats for Embiid. He's coming off an excellent season. Put up about 23 points per, 11 rebounds, and 3 assists. And you look at his scoring, he was #1 on the team last season.
His ability to play through contact, his exceptional concentration, that's what makes him a great finisher.
Now here is Augustine. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Just 5 to shoot. Back to Simmons.
And Jonathan Simmons, the explosive wing player, went undrafted but has earned a spot in the NBA after a strong couple of years in the G League. Now he's established himself as a potent offensive player.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. He's off on the first. And the second free throw, good. Simmons with it. He has 6. Inside, and it's blocked by Simmons. Augustine against Simmons. Augustine looking around. He kicks to Gordon. Pass to Vucevic. Embiid with the steal, and they're running. shot from 12. Chandler the pass to Simmons. At the top of the key, Embiid. Goes back up. 5 to shoot. Misses off the right iron.
He may have missed it, but that's a clean look at the basket.
Passes to Augustine. Kicks to Vucevic. Shoots. And good. Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine. So it's Philadelphia now. They trail by 1. Augustine against Redick. Right side Simmons. Outside Butler. Over Simmons. And he wills that one in. Sinking right through off the back iron.
And Butler, just a seasoned vet. Someone who's not going to panic when that clock is up against him. I love how under control he stays.
Now here's Gordon. Coming off a solid outing against Charlotte. Fournier, that's for 2. And again, it's Orlando converting. Here's Redick. To the middle. It's Butler that time on the assist from Redick. Butler's got his second bucket tonight.
And Butler loves getting close to the basket. Once he's down low, he uses that strength and quick release to get shots off.
Now here's Gordon. Orlando moving the ball around. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And they are going toe-to-toe here tonight, guys. This thing's like a heavyweight fight.
Punch, counter punch. Neither club's been able to sustain an advantage.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Hammock. Augustine against Simmons. Left side Fournier. Shoots over Redick. Again, the Magic score.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agility.
To the middle. It's stolen by Vucevic. Fournier into the lane. Pass to Augustine. Six on the shot clock. Off the left rim and out.
And as he squares up for mid-range, the defender right in his face.
Well, he did a great job of staying patient, letting the man make his move, and getting right up on the jump shot.
And a lot of scoring here early on. This is the type of game the fans love to see.
And the type of game that many coaches hate. Very little defense being played on either end.
And now the first timeout called here for the Magic.
And Jimmy Butler, something of a quirky character, has a ritual whenever he's at a grocery store of paying the person's bill behind him. Doesn't care if it's 99 cents or 2,000.
So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Bamba is checked in for Vucevic. Isaac comes in for Jonathan Simmons. Ross is checked in for Evan Fournier. And it's Grant in for Augustine. Grant kicks to Isaac. Gordon for 3. Hits the three-point bomb. Gordon's got 9 points. And Butler never afraid to be a little bit different, listening to country music in the locker room, much to his teammates' chagrin.
In the offseason, riding around in a van with a baby on board sticker, even though he's single with no kids. Remove the rearview mirror as a symbolic reminder to never look back. This guy's special.
Can't let him be get comfortable inside. When he's this close, he's adept at burning the defense.
To the paint. And he banks in the layup. He's got 6.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And so Grant will bring it up for Orlando. They trail by 1. And Bamba now top of the key. Now here's Ross, guarded closely. Every year there seem to be a few rookies, C-Web, who immediately show that they should have been drafted a lot higher. Why is there the difficulty in placing these guys where they should be drafted? Why are evaluations sometimes wrong?
Evaluations, they can be so iffy because of a team skill set. I tell a lot of players when they come into the NBA, don't be frustrated after your first year or second year if you haven't played the way that you want. In order to be a great basketball player, you have to have a great situation. A team that needs you to do certain things at certain times that you can do for them. And so I think why evaluating is so hard is because you're evaluating the player and then evaluating the unknown, how they fit in with these different pieces that have already been established on your team. And that's kind of the wild card. You can know if a guy can shoot, dribble, and pass, but how does it work with the other players on the team? And so there's some GMs that have missed out on a lot of great talent, but you can't beat them all up because there's so many moving parts into this evaluation that usually it's easier to get it wrong than right.
76ers trailing. Back to McConnell. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Ross kicks to Gordon. Inside, Embiid with the steal. Shamet, he's guarded by Ross. No one covering. And now a 3-point 76ers lead.
It's all clicked into place for him this quarter. He's not missed a single shot.
Here's the pass to Bamba. To the middle. It's stolen by Muscala. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. The second effort. And Embiid finishes inside. Embiid's got 10.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
Now, here's McConnell. He's covered by Grant. Stolen by Grant. And now the fast break. Grant with the ball. And then Gordon with the dunk.
Well executed. And then you love the strong finish.
So many fast breaks now ending the three-point shot. Good to see them taking it to the rack.
Basket good. And the 76ers lead by 5.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Grant outside. Shoots from the line. And it's Gordon missing.
And as he squares up from mid-range, the defender right in his face.
Well, he did a great job of staying patient, letting the man make his move, and getting right up on the jump shot.
That one is good from Joel Embiid.
Wow, and he's an elite scorer with impressive repertoire. Embiid is outstanding at knowing when to exert his will on offense.
Now, here's Grant. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Charlotte. Gordon kicks to Ross. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
I like that pick play. I mean, you can see how easily it makes it for him to get to the cup. The way that this 76ers team can rotate and contest is a big strength for them. I mean, they have good length on the floor at all positions. I mean, they were one of the best teams in the league in terms of opponent field goal percentage last season.
Amir Johnson's checked in for Embiid. And a change for the Magic. Owundu's checked in. That free throw good from Ross. 44 seconds left to play in the first. Now, here's McConnell. To the inside. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Just 5 on the clock. Lets it go from 11. It's deflected. Here's Owundu. And he's got his first free throw of the game. The first one falls. Both good from the line that time. The 76ers lead. Shamet, he's guarded by Ross. Shamet, pass to Johnson. McConnell kicks to Korkmaz. Back to McConnell, up in time. A big-time effort for Joel Embiid, providing a lot of energy for the Philadelphia 76ers. Scoring, rebounding, he was all over the place during that quarter. They are riding his performance right now. Back to the action after this word. Jimmy Butler, a hard worker on the floor and off the court as well, possesses a unique individuality.
I worked extremely hard to get where I am today, so whenever you walk to my house, you see a really big, some may call it obnoxious, boombox aquarium, but I love music. I don't really watch too much TV. It's always music, so it's just another thing to remind me, continue to be who you are. Just has fish inside of it.
A boombox aquarium, huh? Points for originality, Greg.
Butler, not shy, breaking from convention, beats to the rhythm of his own drum.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And guys, what's your take so far on Philadelphia?
I mean, a solid first quarter, especially looking at that plus turnover ratio.
Yeah, aggressive on D, efficient on offense. They balled out to an early lead.
And so in the game for the Magic, Gordon down low with Bamba next to him. Terrence Ross is out there with Grant. And it's a 1-2 in at the small forward position. Clock at 4. The 76ers need to get off a shot. Muscala misses. Orlando trailing here. Pass to Gordon. The shot goes down and it gets this game back to even. Gordon's got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for the Magic. McConnell kicks to Johnson. There's the dish to Muscala. Got a piece of it, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Gordon.
Taking a look here at some numbers for Aaron Gordon. Good season for him last year. Last year averaged 17 points a game, 8 rebounds, and 2 assists. Guys, he's a difference maker off the bench. Steps into that front court and more than holds his own.
Well, it's his willingness to bang down low or move opponents off the block. Those are valuable contributions.
Shamet, he's covered by Grant. And now Orlando on the break. A 1-2 passes to Gordon. Count that as his 7th field goal in 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
But it's nice to have an option like him every time down the court.
McConnell finds Muscala. Back to McConnell. Shamet. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And here's Grant. He'll bring it up for the Magic. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Back to Ross. This is to Bamba. He kicks it to Grant. From deep. And it's McConnell with the rebound. The 76ers trail. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Shamet trying to get open as Johnson. Another miss by Philadelphia. The Magic have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, the Orlando Magic has struggled to find difference-making players in the draft or in free agency. Their goal is to get younger but get better at the same time. And it's difficult to do even in the Eastern Conference, but Orlando is determined to get this right. Kevin?
And the journey continues for them and a lot of teams. D.A., thank you. Pass to Bamba. Orlando moving the ball around. Now here's Ross. Tight defense on him. From outside the arc. Good on the three-point shot. Ross has got 5 points in the quarter.
That's too much space to give him out there on the perimeter. They got to close out on him.
Shamet, he's covered by Grant. McConnell, the putback. And Muskawa has it in the corner. Pass to McConnell. On the wing, Johnson. And it's Mohamed Bamba with the foul. That's his first foul. And Philadelphia making a change here. Simmons is checked in. And a change for the Magic. Vucevic checked in for Aaron Gordon. On defense, Orlando. Here's Simmons. And Bamba pulls it down. Magic leading by 5.
Well, think back to when Ben Simmons was first drafted as the top pick in 2016. Everyone knew he could be a playmaker as a small forward. But really, he functions fully as a point guard when he's out on the floor.
And the jam by Ross.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. Kicks to Simmons. Shoots over Grant, and that one's good. Simmons got 8. And Chris, Simmons a player that almost transcends the traditional basketball position.
He's a playmaker, plain and simple. He has the height and vision and skill to line up anywhere. Simmons, he could be viewed as a generational talent when it's all said and done.
Here is Ross after Ben Simmons' bucket. Here's a 1-2. Off target from three-point range. The 76ers trail by 5. Outside, Simmons. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
And when you foul Simmons, you really got to foul him. You don't want to just mess around. He powers through.
The Magic making a switch here. Augustine's checked in.
One shot, gentlemen.
Chris, when you played against a team that you had played on before, did you feel any extra motivation to do well against them?
Always. They always got the business. Whether it was I left Golden State and went to Washington, had to give them a triple double before the year. Whether it was after I left Washington, had to come back and give them a triple double. And beat them bad and hug the crowd after. Oh yeah, it's a lot of motivation. You definitely want to make sure you give your ex-team the business and make them regret, at least for the 24 hours until the next game, that they let you go.
I love that thought process. That's fun. It's Butler that time on the assist by Chandler. Butler's got it all tied up now for the 76ers. Orlando's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. And Augustine kicks to Vucevic. Oh, and here we go with Simmons. Nobody back.
You better stay with Simmons, especially on the break. He's dangerous. He leaks out, and he's going to cash in.
Magic have gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting. The 1-2 passes to Augustine. Rocket 6. Bamba kicks to Augustine. Over Simmons. That one a little long.
And as he squares up for mid-range, the defender right in his face.
Well, he did a great job of staying patient, letting the man make his move, and getting right up on the jump shot.
Now here is Augustine. No points in the game yet for him. Feeds it to Bamba. They double him with Simmons. Ross kicks to a 1-2. Bamba passes to Ross to end the run. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game. It has been nip and tuck through the first half.
Exactly, guys. The way it's seesawed back and forth, unbelievable.
Now here's Reddick. Back to Simmons. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Simmons got 9 points now in the quarter. Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over. You know, see, Webb, J.J. Redick has just continued to age well. He's a fantastic player now into his 30s.
Well, Redick keeps adding to this game, but the shooting never changes. He shot well over 40 from deep for his career. Redick is a player who doesn't rely on his burst or his first step to score. I mean, he can keep playing like this for a long time.
Embiid, he's checked in from Amir Johnson. Let's now pause to take a look at the scoring breakdown between the front and back court of tonight's contests for Philadelphia.
And it's been pretty even between the bigs and smalls here. With the game still in question, we'll see which of these guys can take another step to take over the game.
Philadelphia on D. Simmons inside, defended by Butler. Simmons passes to Isaac, and Augustine kicks to Fournier. Clock at 6. The pass to Augustine from deep, and there's a foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That's his first foul. On defense, the 76ers for 3, Fournier.
And I love what Butler gives this team on the defensive end. Can guard a number of positions and does a good job with his help D. And that's the shot you want to create. They just can't get it to fall.
And that just shows you can do everything right sometimes, but still get the wrong result.
Chandler comes with the double team, and there's the call on Chandler. That is his first foul of the game. And stolen by Simmons.
And you know what? The double team there, that quick hitter threw him for a loop there and forced the turnover.
Once Simmons turns on the Jets, there's no stopping him. I love seeing him play with this much confidence.
The Magic trail by 3. And Augustine kicks to Isaac. And he goes in for the dunk.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run for him there.
Well, I know he's not the #1 priority for the defense, but they still got to give him some attention, guys.
Now, here's Fournier. He's got 6, and there's a whistle, and that's going to go on Simmons. That's foul number 2 for him.
Oh, he's not happy to pick up a second foul. This early in the game, he's got to be careful now.
Orlando with the ball. Fournier finds Vucevic. 6 to shoot. From 17 feet out. It's hauled in by the 76ers. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Detroit, where they'll face the Pistons. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them. Orlando's gone 3 of 7 tonight from 3-point territory. Simmons against Augustine. Simmons on the wing. Back to Augustine. Pass to Fournier. Magic moving the ball around. A 3 from Simmons. Rebound by the 76ers. Embiid's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Chandler's shot good. The Magic trail by 3. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And Vucevic kicks to Simmons. Shot clock at 6. Passes it to Augustine. Here's Fournier. Great D that time from Redick. The 76ers leading by 3. Butler attacking. Over Simmons. Nice spin off the left rim and in. 8 points for Jimmy Butler.
Very steady in-between game there for Butler. You don't want to let him get too many of those.
Vucevic, 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
All the officials are all over that one.
The Magic have put up good numbers at the charity stripe, converting 6 of 7. And he makes the first. T.J. McConnell, he's checked in for the 76ers. Aaron Gordon, he's checking in for the Magic. He makes 1 of 2 that time. And Ben Simmons, who missed the first season in the NBA with an injury, boy, Greg, was he worth the wait.
And you knew he'd be a special kind of player after being taken first overall, but he is so unique in how great of a player he is. His ability to command attention on offense without having a great outside shot really is something you just don't see in today's NBA. And he's just a tough defender, good positioning to get after that shot.
Well, not all defenses are constructed to protect the mid-range area. Nicely done that time.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
The Magic trail by 8. Simmons passes to Vucevic. Simmons feeling it out a bit. Back to Vucevic. And here is Isaac. He's coming off a 10-point game against Charlotte. It's good. Gordon's got 17 now.
And he's been the key for their offense with the way he shot the basketball.
And they're going to need even more out of him with the score being more clear.
Now, here's McConnell. He dishes it to Butler. McConnell kicks to Simmons. From 12 feet out, add that basket to his impressive total. Brings him to 10 for 14.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Outside Fournier. Shoots over Redick. Misses off the left iron.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
And it's Butler missing. And here's Fournier. He brings it up for the Orlando Magic. 8-point game. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
You know what? It's a fine line between attacking but yet staying under control. And they did, and that's why they shot such a high percentage.
Well, they worked through their plays until they found some decent looks, and then they did a great job finishing.
For Orlando, they have gone 7 of 9 from the free throw line tonight. Free throw drops for Vucevic. 8 seconds left in the first half of basketball. McConnell kicks to Embiid. Shoots over Vucevic. Off target from the baseline. And so it's Ben Simmons making highlights for the Philadelphia 76ers. Going on an absolute rampage, piling in the points. He dictated the pace of the entire quarter. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Jimmy Butler. Jimmy, you have come a long way in this league. When you look at your career now versus when you came in, how different is it?
Much different. I think on the floor, I'm supposed to do a lot more on both ends of the floor. And off the floor, I think it's still the same. People recognize my hair.
Well, it is a unique style, Jimmy. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is our halftime show. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Ben Simmons putting in some incredible work. He had 21 points, 2 steals, and 3 rebounds. The first 2 quarters tonight looked a lot like what we saw from him in his last game. And from what we saw so far from the Sixers, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
Well, they've been rewarded for dumping the ball inside, keeping the defense honest. You have to mix it up. A little bit outside, a little bit inside. Now that separates teams.
And Shaq, let's get your input on the Magic.
They showed a total lack of discipline in the first half, way too many turnovers. Coach was not happy, a lot of miscommunication going on. This game could easily get away from them if they do not tighten up.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half, about to get underway.
We welcome you back to Philadelphia, a town full of history. That's City Hall right there with the statue of William Penn perched atop it. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. What a game we're seeing from Simmons.
Well, they've done a good job of letting the game come to them, and really few forced shots here so far.
Terrific first half on offense. This is how you draw it up. We'll see if they can maintain that efficiency going forward.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. The 76ers leading by 5. Simmons runs the show with Redick at the 2. Chandler and Embiid are together down low. And it's Butler in at the 3 spot. And that's the group for Brett Brown as we begin the second half.
You got to give Simmons props. He's exceptional at keeping his focus in the face of the defense.
Back to Augustine, out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession.
And here's a look at the stats for Augustine. How he did last season. Put up about 10 points per game, 4 assists and 2 rebounds. And you like what he brings backing up the point guard.
Yeah, no doubt. He knows how to run this offense. A tremendous asset to this team coming off the bench.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
And how about a look at Jimmy Butler? Coming off a terrific season. 4th in steals, and he ranked in the top 15 in points per game. One of the league's premier offensive threats.
And as you pointed out, he was top 5 in steals last season. Just a lethal combination of great physical ability and acute mental preparation. From 18 feet away, that one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And Augustine kicks to Vucevic. Now Augustine, he's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. 5 on the clock. Back to Simmons. Orlando needs to get off a shot. Fournier, that's for 2. Rebound by the 76ers. Embiid's got 9 rebounds now tonight. And Butler, here we go. Outside for Redick. 76ers moving the ball around. Butler against Simmons. And it's Butler missing. The Magic trail by 9. Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. Augustine against Simmons. Pass to Simmons. Over Butler. Here's Vucevic. And another shot. And they pick up 2. Vucevic has got 12 in the game.
They needed that. I mean, they were getting a little tense after starting the half 0 for 3.
And Fournier over to help. Redick finds Chandler. The pass to Simmons. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Simmons got the lead up to 9 now for Philadelphia.
And think about, Kevin, this talented 76ers team. Coach Brown helped shape and form the core of this roster. I mean, he's come up with the group much as they have grown under him.
Now here's Gordon. He's got 17. And Vucevic kicks to Simmons. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Embiid. Here's a look at the schedule for the Orlando Magic. On Monday, they'll be matching up with Al Horford and the Boston Celtics. Then on Thursday, they'll go up against C.J. McCollum and the Portland Trail Blazers.
And looking at the Bucks matchup, it's going to be a battle for this group. You get the feeling they'll need to be at their sharpest if they want to come away with a victory.
They get a hand on it, and it's out of bounds to the Magic as Orlando will retain possession. And with Brown, he has the trust of the players because they have gone through the same trying times.
And let's not undervalue what stability is meant for this group. Having a coach like Coach Brown, who has been through the ups and downs with the Sixers, it makes players play that much harder for him.
Now, here's Bamba. Still looking for his first bucket in this one.
And a sturdy screen set for him that time. And he doesn't fool around, just straight to the rim for the finish.
No way for his man to get around that one. That's for sure.
And that's a play they'll run over and over, fellas, as long as it keeps working.
Ross is checked in for Evan Fournier.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And that one misses.
Well, sometimes it just takes an opportunity in the NBA, and Aaron Gordon has made the most of it. Since taking over that power forward role full-time, he has shown remarkable improvement. Plays with more confidence and aggression on offense and has transformed himself as a player.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over. And for Gordon, in his first full season as a starter, he instantly became a star in the league.
And when he was taken fourth overall, this was the type of player the team was hoping he'd become. His outside shot has improved by leaps and bounds and always plays with speed and athleticism. And now I think he's got a much more fully rounded game, which makes him dangerous.
And now, here's the 2K leaderboard with the teams that last season scored the most second-chance points in the NBA. Fifth on the list, the 76ers.
That's an effort stat for me. I mean, it shows you how hard this team works in the paint. They continue to pound the backboard.
Augustine against Simmons. That's tipped. Chandler down low. He's against Gordon. Chandler, the pass to Redick. Here's Simmons. He can't get it to go. And it's the Magic taking it the other way. Awandu kicks to Bamba. Orlando moving the ball around. Ross against Redick. 4 on the clock. The shot. Here's Bamba, and he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Yeah, and even though Bamba's going to have to add muscle, he's strong enough to power that one through the contact.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And that one misses.
And with Mohamed Bamba, one of the first things you notice is that 7'9" wingspan. I mean, yeah, he's got to add more muscle on that frame, but he can use that reach already to make an impact at both ends.
Now here's Embiid. 12 points for him. The fader. Rebound by the Magic.
Turns an easy jump shot into a tough one by going to the fadeaway. Look what happened.
And the basket by Gordon. And with Bamba, in addition to his crazy length, you also get a player who's extremely smart.
How about getting scholarship offers from Ivy League schools, including Harvard? You can see him thinking on the court. He's deliberate in the things that he does. Bright future ahead for him. Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
Gordon kicks to Augustine. Pass to Awundu. And good. Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine.
And that's how you answer back.
Trading bombs the last two possessions. They're going that way.
Passes it to Simmons. Over Ross. No good from Simmons. The Magic trail by 6. To the paint. Here's Gordon. Banked in off the glass. Gordon's got 23 points.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded out game.
Pass to Embiid. Shoots from 12. Here's Simmons. Goes to the reverse layup and puts it in. Simmons got 6 in the quarter.
You can't let Simmons roam free on the offensive board. He's adept at burning the defense with his athleticism.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over.
Yeah, the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they got to talk about.
Oh, this is ugly. No question about it. And you wonder if these matchups aren't favoring them right now.
The 76ers making a switch here. Muscala's checked in. And a change for the Magic. Grant's checked in. Gordon up on top. Back to Grant. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And he's good on the 3-ball. Grant's got his first 3 points of the game.
And so far in the second half, this has been a different kind of game than what we saw early on.
Greg, this game has come to life. They're out there battling now. We didn't see this in the first half.
Shot's good by Simmons.
His touch has been terrific this quarter. Most of what he puts up is going down.
Grant kicks to Bamba. Now the feed to Gordon. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
Good movement there, and the lead pass was right where it needed to be.
Down low, it's tipped. Here's Butler. And there's the pass to Muscala. Shamet, he's guarded by Ross. Kicks it to Johnson. Shoots over Bamba. Ross grabs the board. And so it's Ross. He brings it up for the Orlando Magic. Here's Awundu. He has 5. And there's a whistle, and that's going to go on Simmons. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Korkmaz checked in for Philadelphia. T.J. McConnell comes in for Simmons. Jonathan Isaac, he's checked in for the Magic. Good ball movement here by the Magic. And then Gordon with the dunk.
Yeah, love watching Isaac find the open teammate. Has great floor awareness out there and just knows when one of his guys has a clean look.
And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play. Sponsored by Under Armour Hover Hat. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will take it.
And checking out the numbers here for McConnell, how he performed last season. Averaged about 6 points a game last season, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. And the numbers won't wow you, but I like the effort he brings to the table each and every night.
He hustles, does the little things, just a good complimentary guy who you need on your team.
Grant finds Gordon. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
He continues to be their go-to guy. If they close this game out, his stamp will be all over this one.
Shannon fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Orlando's gotten going here in the second half from outside, nailing 3 of 4 from the arc. To the inside, stolen by Bamba. Grant kicks to Bamba. Back to Grant. On the wing, Gordon. Pass to Ross. Lock at 6. Back to Gordon. And there are the Magic with another bucket. A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
Shamet. He's guarded by Ross. Shamet. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
This is his second trip to the line in this one.
At the line for 2.
First free throw is good. He hits both from the stripe. Grant with the ball. Floats one. Johnson with the block.
Oh, the rim protection from Johnson. One more thing that makes him special.
What's up?
The Magic have made 8 of their 12 free throws in this game.
And if we want to take a look back, they converted about 76% from the line.
Vucevic checked in for Orlando. Fournier comes in for Terrence Ross.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And that one falls for Bamba.
The raw talent Bamba has, just so impressive. A shot blocking specialist who also makes an impact on the offensive end.
Now here's McConnell. The shot, no good.
Everything looked good until the finish. And it all goes wrong.
Grant surveying the D. He feeds it to Vucevic. And he banks in the layup. Vucevic has got 4 points in the quarter.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And Muscala has it in the corner. Back to McConnell. Passes it to Korkmaz. Johnson, that's for two. Cans the shot from the wing. Johnson's got his first points of the game.
Full credit to Johnson for getting that one to go. He has a guy right up in his jersey and he still knocks it down.
Grant kicks to Vucevic. In the corner, Bamba with it. Takes the three. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
And crucial that Bamba keeps evolving his perimeter game. Big men like him have to be able to shoot it.
And Philadelphia decides to take their first timeout right here.
Yeah, you can sense he wasn't happy with how things are going here. Probably looking to change it up a bit.
Well, you have to review your matchups, make sure you're maximizing the potential of each one.
Several teams changing it up here. And here is the shot chart as we see how things are going for Gordon.
And really what jumps out to me about this shot chart is just how aggressive he's been when on the floor. I mean, he's doing everything he can to get as close to the hoop as possible before putting up that shot, and it's worked out in a big way for him and his team.
Here's Korkmaz, and it's good for two. Korkmaz has got his second basket of the night.
And so far going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
Grant the pass to Isaac. Ball's not loose, all by himself. Here's Korkmaz, throws down the breakaway jam.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into two easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
Well, yeah, guys, I mean, in a close game like this, that can really get a team rolling.
And it's the Magic with the ball after the Sixers pick up two. Redick against Fournier, just 4 to shoot. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
And you can see the play calling this half. Another one from distance.
Well, that's because they made a concerted effort to get the shooters involved. Now they've built up the confidence.
Here's Korkmaz. He has 6. Pass to McConnell. He kicks it to Chandler. Shoots over Fournier. Nice D from Fournier.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Down low. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Now it's a 6-point Magic lead. Redick surveying the D. The 3. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's the Orlando Magic with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. Back to the action after this word. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
No, it's quick decision making. You see a guy open, you can't hesitate. That's an outstanding play right there.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. Magic leading by 6. 4th quarter on the floor for the Magic. Jonathan Isaac is out there with Jonathan Simmons. Then it's Evan Fournier, and it's Vucevic, and it's Grant in at the 1 spot. That one's rebounded by Embiid. Embiid's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Took him no time at all on that one. Korkmaz has got the 4th quarter started here with a bucket for the 76ers. To the inside. Vucevic to the pass to Isaac. Softly drops in the floater. And the Magic lead by 6.
And Isaac is rapidly becoming a load for the defense. He utilizes that huge frame to get the shot he wants in the paint.
Now, here is Muscala. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Embiid's shot is good.
And he has the chops for this, raising the intensity when it matters most.
But he's showing you he wants to close this game out. That's an attitude that he brings and is appreciated by this team.
Here's Fournier. Grant outside. Over Redick. And again, it's Orlando converting.
And just great offensive execution by both sides, leaving nothing on the table.
Well, yeah, you want to save your best for last. The guys on these teams know that.
Now, here's Redick. And there's the pass to Embiid. Back to Redick. Fires the three. That shot missing. So Orlando will take it the other way. And Simmons kicks to Fournier. Takes the 13-footer. Rebound by the 76ers. Embiid's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Pass to Redick. Now, here is Muscala. The three drops in the tray.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture.
And here's Grant. He'll bring it up for Orlando. 3-point lead. Outside Fournier. To the middle. Shot's good by Simmons.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Timeout called the 76ers. And when you look at Evan Fournier, he's just a reliable source for points whenever he's on the floor.
Yeah, and Fournier is a bit of a quiet scorer. He always ends up with a lot of points, but doesn't tend to wow you with any individual plays. Terrific shooter who just makes the most of his touches and his minutes whenever he's on the floor.
And some changes here for the 76ers. Butler, he's checked in for Mike Muscala. And Simmons subbed in for Korkmaz. Orlando also making some changes. Aaron Gordon comes in for Isaac. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Grant. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Brett Brown's huddle with his team. He was not happy with their defensive performance. He said they're getting everything they want. We've got to show them we can't let that happen. You have to make a stand. You have to get some stops, and that'll get us going on a run. Guys?
A good score inside, and the defense really offering very little resistance.
That's just an attack mindset. I love it. Game on the line, he's out competing, guys.
Now, here's Fournier. Simmons dishes to Augustine. Shoots over Embiid. Augustine, no luck.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Simmons finds Fournier. Now, Vucevic. Now here is Augustine. Passes it to Gordon. Simmons, the bounce pass. Here's Vucevic. Good D by Embiid.
He lets the D off the hook right there. I mean, if they let him get that open again in that spot, they'll get burned.
Simmons passes to Redick. Here's Embiid. And it's Orlando with the rebound. And here's Fournier. From 15 feet away, in it goes for the 5th time and 10 shots for him this game. The 76ers trail by 5. Simmons left side. The 19-footer is on the money. Simmons got 31 points.
Too bad this scoring hasn't been contagious. I mean, they'd be in much better shape if a few of their other guys pick up some slack.
Kicks it out to Gordon. Feeds to Vucevic. And it's blocked by Simmons.
The reach of Simmons, I mean, coming into play on these blocks, you got to be careful shooting around this guy.
That ties it up. Butler's got 5 points in the quarter.
And I love the momentum he's building. Last game, he was just as dominant.
And defensively, you know he's feeling good right now. And as the opposing team, you better adjust your scheme accordingly.
Now, here's Vucevic. Count it, and the foul. That one on Embiid.
And doing a really good job here of pounding it inside in the second half. Sound strategy with the lead.
Orlando making some changes. Owundu's checked in, and it's Ross in for Evan Fournier.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
The 76ers trail by 3. Simmons on the wing. Guarded by Augustine. Fader on the way. That one off the back iron and out. For Orlando, they've gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. They get a hand on it, and stolen by Butler. And here we go. Here's Simmons. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Butler's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
How about the awareness there for Butler? The D goes to sleep, and Jimmy finds the wide open man.
Here's Owundu. Orlando moving the ball around. And it's blocked by Simmons. Now Redick. Now the dish to Simmons. Left side Butler. A miss that time. Would have put him up. Here's Augustine bringing it up now for the Orlando Magic. It's a 1-point game. Good. 17 points for Terrence Ross.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
Here's Simmons following the bucket by Orlando. Outside Butler. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. Magic leading by 3. Augustine up top. Guarded by Simmons. And Augustine kicks to Vucevic. No good there. Good D by Embiid.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Yeah, he has that capacity. He knows exactly where to position himself to protect the rim.
Now here's Chandler. To tie it up. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. And that ties it up.
A pretty free look from three-point range. The D forgot about him on that possession.
And he comes through at the perfect moment. I know who they'll look to if they need another big 3 against him.
Here's Vucevic. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Embiid's got his 16th rebound on the night.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Great to see Simmons knock it down from him. I mean, his jump shot must keep improving.
Orlando, they've gone only 6 of 14 from the field in the 4th. Augustine with it. Outguarded by Simmons. Augustine against Chandler. The Magic again can't hit.
Boy, he has been cold for a while now.
It's sad because the team relies on him to be a threat offensively. When he's rolling, that makes them a much more dynamic offense.
Augustine passes to Owundu. Pass to Ross. Chandler comes with the double team. Clock at 4. From deep three-point range. Rebound by Joel Embiid. The 76ers leading by 5. Simmons on the wing. Headed by Augustine. shoots from 12. And Simmons with the nice bucket inside. Simmons got 37.
And they've done some nice work as we've come down the stretch here in the final quarter.
In perfect timing, with a small lead, they're doing all they can to protect it.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over. We've seen Simmons really having a great game.
This is a critical timeout for them. They've got to come up with a plan to slow him down right here and right now.
Chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Ben Simmons.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up, and that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance. The Magic trail by 7. Grant kicks to Vucevic. Offensive struggles continue, missing again.
Not a very consistent quarter for him in terms of the shooting.
Embiid, no good.
Well, I'm sure he thought that was good when they left his fingertips. Matter of fact, I know he did.
Inside, Embiid with the steal. Down low, here's Simmons.
Oh, wow. The versatility of Simmons is astounding, amazing, impressive. Dunks like this are just insane.
Well, Orlando's shooting has been beyond great up until now. How about 57% from the field overall? And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good. And both free throws good for Vucevic.
Boy, he's got a great stroke from the line. That's not something we can say about all the league's big guys.
Simmons against Grant. The 15-footer again, Philadelphia.
The touch Embiid has on his jumper, I mean, looking so soft and accurate coming out of his hands.
Grant kicks to Vucevic. Shoots a fader and right on target. Good. Vucevic has got 11 in the second half. Guys, a good chance for them to slow it down.
Yeah, they definitely should use some clock here.
Now the pass to Embiid. And that one is good. Embiid's got 6 here in this quarter.
And what a baller this guy is. The big fella, Embiid. I mean, he welcomes getting physical and overwhelms the defense with his size and muscle.
Now, here's Vucevic. Shoots over Embiid, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. And that's 23 points for Vucevic.
Well-coordinated shot mechanics, especially for a guy with his length.
Well, come on, he's fluid from that medium range. He gets everything working together.
Butler against Simmons. Butler kicks to Embiid. Great D that time from Vucevic.
The active defense making things very hard on him as he goes in for the layup.
Simmons against Grant. Outside Fournier. From the arc. Good. And now they trail by just 4.
Not the biggest fan of that shot, but he had the space to get it off, so why not?
Pass to Embiid. That shot is good. He's taken 15 and made 10 from the field tonight.
What I love about the big man is his fearlessness. I mean, Embiid, he's a leader who feels comfortable taking big shots.
Vucevic with it, now defended by Embiid. Unloads from 13, and Philadelphia grabs the miss. This may be their most important possession.
No doubt about it. As long as they don't make any major mistakes, this one's in the bag.
.27 seconds left here in the fourth quarter, and so they foul intentionally. First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
When it's clear Simmons is an elite player, he's 6'10", a guard, can pass the ball, move the ball, great vision. It's a no-brainer that he's been compared to Magic Johnson and LeBron.
And with the time remaining, I'm just not seeing it.
Well, you know they like to have some plays back, especially a couple of those stupid ones from earlier. But I tell you what, they'll learn from this.
So Philadelphia wins it. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end, everyone's satisfied.
I mean, there were some times that momentum shifted, and especially early on, but let's give this group a lot of credit for that stick-to-itiveness in terms of finishing out and executing that game plan.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Jimmy, you have been outspoken about the need for maximum effort. Was it part of your plan to grab wins like the one we saw tonight?
It wasn't a part of my plan, but whatever works, works. I think we got a bunch of talented guys, and at times we forget how hard we got to play. On the road, at home, this is how we got to play basketball.
Jimmy, thanks for the time, man. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long.
I am joined by Nets GC. I got Nate.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Our featured matchup tonight in Chicago, where the Bulls will be going up against the Detroit Pistons. Well, for Detroit, this is a team they played pretty well against last season, going 3-1. They'll look to keep that edge tonight. And already the grind of the new season starting to show. Shaq, how do you stay fresh for the long haul, both as a player and as just a massive individual?
Veteran guys, you got to know how to pace yourself. And minute restrictions, you know, it really has become a bigger part of the game.
Yeah, I agree. So, you know, injury histories always take.
Starting at point, 6 feet 4 inches, number 32, Chris Dunn. Starting at center, 6 feet 10 inches, number 34, Wendell Carter. The other forward position, 7 24. Starting at the other guard, standing 6'5", number 8, Zach Levine. A starting lineup for your Chicago Bulls.
The Bulls play before the hometown crowd, and we've got it live for you right here from Chicago. Kevin Harlan here along with analysts Greg Anthony and Steve Smith, and we'll be hearing from D.A. along the sideline all game long. The Detroit Pistons come into this one after the win against the Nets, and they put it all together in that game. It added up to a phenomenal win.
And for the most part, I really felt like they were just locked in and really aggressive.
Well, we know those guys can score, but that night, it was the execution, the ability to finish plays. It was next level.
And it's going to be the Bulls off the tip. And a look at the starters for the Pistons. The athletic front pair is Griffin and Drummond. Jackson is out there with Kennard, and it's Bullock in at the 3 slot. Carter. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Carter's got the opening basket of the game for the Bulls. Not tonight, Smitty. Two teams, same conference, rivalry game. Tensions could be hot.
First of all, Kevin, I'm fired up. The fans are going to be fired up. The players. This is not one of those normal games. The tensions are going to be high. I think this one's going to be very physical.
Now here is Holiday, following the miss by Griffin. Outside, Levine. Griffin grabs the board, and so Griffin will bring it up for the Pistons. Pass to Jackson. Back to Griffin. Fires the 3. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Look at Blake Griffin knocking down that three-point shot. You can see the increased confidence he has with it.
Now Levine. And it's Carter missing.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
And also protecting the rim at all costs. I love the anticipation to affect the shot.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
Luke Kennard, the 12th pick in the 2017 draft out of Duke, an outstanding shooter and has a lot more to show in this game.
One shot.
And Kennard, Smitty, went 1 pick in front of Rookie of the Year contender Donovan Mitchell. Some Piston fans ticked off about that.
Yeah, I understand. But he was top 20 in three-point percentage right out of the gates. It's not just about year 1. I think Kennard has a chance to be good.
And the call will be against Luke Kennard. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Levine. 32 points for him last game against Philadelphia.
And his defense was absolutely outstanding, especially his 2 blocks, which helped turn the game.
4 on the clock. Markkanen kicks to Carter. Shoots over Griffin.
Great recovery by Blake Griffin, being able to contest that shot.
And the defense really pressing up on him. Made that a tough shot. Pass to Bullock. Makes it off the glass.
And setting the tone early with a strong move to the rack.
First quarter, you're really testing the defense, trying to find their weaknesses.
Now, here's Dunn. He's coming off a 10-point game against Philadelphia.
Yeah, his big night wasn't limited to his offense. His steals numbers were way up there, and it was a special night for him in just about every way.
And they have certainly been looking locked in offensively.
They sure have, staying aggressive and playing under control.
And Smitty, Blake Griffin last season acquired by Detroit at mid-year. How do you like the fit for him with the Pistons?
You know, they needed a playmaker and a shot creator. Also gives them some star power. Putting fans in the seats, that matters.
shooting 2.
That's good from Blake Griffin.
Blake Griffin, an all-star for his first 5 seasons in the NBA, but not the last 3. He's still an impact player, though. We'll see if he can crack the roster in the East.
Griffin hits them both. Well, as we all know, Blake Griffin, Steve, possessing breathtaking athleticism, but injuries certainly have been a concern.
You're right. A lot of it, just bad luck. A teammate falls on your knee. That kind of thing happens. But his skill level is starting to complement his power. I think he'll be fine.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago.
Yeah, you need to refocus now. Momentum is running against you.
And from what I'm seeing, there's too many unfavorable matchups out there on the floor.
Check of the stats for Andre Drummond. Last season, he played outstanding. Averaged about 15 points a game last season. 16 rebounds and 3 assists. And he's been putting up points with regularity. I mean, that's what they depend on, his killer instinct on offense.
Well, and we've seen defenses try to adjust. But he has the intelligence along with the talent, just finds new ways to beat them.
Now, here's Dunn. Looking to end the run. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Pistons leading by 8. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Dwayne Casey and I got a chance to talk for just a bit. It's the first matchup of the season against this team, and he knows that they have great shot blocking. But he did say we've got to remain aggressive and continue to attack. Put the bigs in high pick-and-roll situations and shoot the jumper with confidence. They feel that's the key, Kevin.
Thank you, David. So their focus is squarely on the opponent today, in particular that defense they have to contend with.
And I just wonder if they'll try to solve the problems this defense poses by keeping the tempo quick, trying to strike early in the shot clock.
You know, I think a more patient approach would be smart. Concentrate on shot selection and ball movement rather than tempo.
Now here's Griffin. Zach LaVine unable to get his last shot to go. Griffin finds Drummond. And it's Drummond with the jam.
And when you build a big lead like this, especially early, you have to guard against the letdown.
Yeah, this is where it gets interesting. Do they start to coast, or do they go right for the juggler?
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. And in the early part of the season, Steve, teams usually are at their healthiest. How do you maintain that healthy factor throughout the long season?
You know, I love what these organizations are doing, and also players individually. They're getting their rest. They're having the individual trainers on the side. Nutrition has played a huge role right now. And I think for a lot of the younger guys, you can't be afraid to ask the veteran what he's doing. And I think that's what a lot of the veterans right now are taking these young guys under their wing and not only teaching them the skill level on the court, but how to maintain their bodies throughout the season.
And let's take a look now at Blake Griffin's numbers. He's coming off an excellent season. 17th in assists and amongst the league's top-tier scorers, top 20 in points per game.
And really a good season for him distributing the basketball. Whether it was the drive and dish, pick and roll, fast break, he was money all year long. Now here is Holiday. He's been patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet. LaVine inside the three-point line and off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Jackson kicks to Drummond. And Griffin, here we go, doesn't go for him. And it's Chicago the other way, coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
And with your defense,
One part's your ability, the other, though, is effort, and that one they showed neither.
Also, they were late with their rotations for most of the evening. Gave up a lot of easy points.
Here's Bullock after the made shot from Zach LaVine. Bullock passes to Griffin. Outside Jackson. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
I don't know if you can do it any better on both ends than they have tonight.
It's early, but they have taken full control of this game, and the fans here, they know it. Delivering these passes in tight quarters, that's tricky.
So it's the Pistons now after the Bulls pick up 2. And Drummond kicks to Griffin. And Griffin slams it in.
Methodical in their approach. They have absolutely owned this first quarter.
My opinion, it's been the commitment to pounding the ball inside. That's what's giving them the upper hand.
Holiday finds LaVine. To the middle. It's tipped. Here's Carter. And the Bulls tack on 2 more.
You like how he uses his height there.
Sure, working the in-between area. Not many guys with the length to bother him.
To the inside, Drummond, and the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Drummond's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
Out left to the wing. Marking in against Griffin. Here's Holiday. And no good that time. And Detroit the other way now. Here's Kennard. In the corner, it's Griffin. Another 3 for Detroit.
Yeah, what a quarter for him. Firing on all cylinders, putting this team in a good place.
LaVine dishes to Markkanen. Back to LaVine from outside the arc. Drills it from outside. LaVine's got 7.
The height to see over the defense and the unselfishness. Terrific pass by Markkanen.
Carter against Drummond. And then Griffin with the dunk.
And no doubt they've been the more efficient team in this first half.
Because they've been patient, they're finding good shots. That's why they've hit a much higher percentage from the floor.
Here's LaVine. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Zach LaVine, a high riser. The 2-time dunk contest champ, making his return from that ACL surgery. He can be an explosive scorer.
And from everything you hear, LaVine is a big-time gym rat, Greg.
Yeah, you know, I think he's very dedicated to reaching his full potential. And with his shooting and athleticism, I think he's a great fit in today's game in terms of offense.
First one falls for him. Steve, I know in calling your games, you were known to be such a smooth athlete. You were graceful with great elan on the floor. Who are some of the smoothest players that you watched today?
I think Kevin Durant, his game, it just doesn't seem like you can speed him up. He plays at his pace, which is an unbelievable pace. I look at even a guy who doesn't dribble as much, Klay Thompson, does the same routine coming off screens. You can't really speed him up. I love the way Chris Paul is one of those guys. He's graceful and smooth. Those are some of the guys that stick out for me.
It looks effortless, doesn't it?
Yes.
Here's Galloway. He had 10 points in the win against Brooklyn. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Down low. Very pretty alley-oop layup.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one, Kevin.
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same. Now here's Johnson. 14 points from him the last game against Brooklyn. Drummond with it. Picked up by Portis. Here's Griffin. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Griffin's got 14 points for the game.
When Blake gets on a roll, you have to watch out. This is a man who has found some rhythm, and he is not letting up.
Parker against Griffin. Parker passes to Portis. Good D by Drummond.
That was against good defense. He tried to sneak it in, though. We've seen him do it plenty of times.
Galloway, no good. And it's Harrison with the ball for the Chicago Bulls. Trailing by 13. Hutchison passes to Levine and stolen by Drummond. Johnson right side. Unloads from 13. And Detroit again with the bucket.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Bulls have gone 7 of 15 from the field to this point. Here's Levine. That's in, and that's his 4th basket of the night. He's taken 7 shots, a solid 57%.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Now here's Jackson. He's coming off a 13-point game against Brooklyn.
And even if you took away his points, he was still an offensive force because of his passing. His assist numbers were tremendous.
The Pistons shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
2 shots.
That's good from Blake Griffin. One thing the Bulls did a great job of last year, Steve, moving the basketball.
They also had pace and space. They ran at every opportunity. The guys were very unselfish. Despite all the losses, the Bulls were a fun team to watch.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Pachulia, he's checked in for Drummond. And it's Brown in for Jackson. Both free throws good from Griffin.
Despite all the injuries, Griffin was given the big contract. That kind of thing is a guessing game, but with high stakes.
Now here's Levine. He's got 11. Tipped away. Here's Portis. And it's Griffin with the rebound. Griffin's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. To the paint, here's Johnson. Griffin trying to get open, and there's Johnson. That's good on the assist by Brown.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Brown against Levine. Over in the corner, Portis. Back to Levine. Parker inside, defended by Griffin, and that one's good. Parker.
He turned on the Jets. As soon as he got that screen, they went right to the hole. Great decision making there.
Galloway kicks to Griffin, kicks it out to Johnson. 1:11 left to play in the first quarter. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on Zach LaVine. Now we know Stanley Johnson was a 4-time state champion in high school in California, 3 gold medals with the U.S. youth teams, Pac-12 Freshman of the Year. I mean, he did it all. A lot of winning in his background.
You know, he plays the game with ultra confidence. He's fearless. Doesn't care who you are. He's coming head on.
Shoot 2.
That's good from Johnson.
You know, drawing fouls and making them pay at the line.
So he gets them both. Steve, the Pistons still one of the better defensive teams in the NBA, but wouldn't you say there is still room for improvement there?
Yeah, I think so, especially since Drummond is so young. He's the key, though. Also, Blake Griffin makes them a better rebounding team.
Now, here's Parker. 11 points for him in that last game against Philadelphia. Out left to the wing. Here's Portis. Another one falls for Chicago.
Big guy with a high release. Bobby Portis can get a clean look from mid-range almost anytime he wants.
Brown outside. Now the pass to Griffin. inside. Pachulia kicks to Galloway. No good on the three. Bulls trail by 15. Parker passes to Harrison. Here's Galloway. Passes it to Griffin. 16 feet away, and he hits the jump shot. Pachulia's got his first 2 points of the night.
I love that play right there. You see the patience of Blake. Doesn't force anything, just waits for his man to break free.
Domination in the first quarter. It's been pretty lopsided. Pistons lead by 17. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. Bobby Portis, who's known for his work ethic, said he learned a lot from his mother.
She gets up at 3, 4 in the morning and gets off at 1, 2 in the evening. You know, she works hard for her 4 boys. You know, she bears herself off daily. You know, I always try to pride myself in hard work also because how hard she worked for me.
And she was a basketball player in her own right. Greg, a scholarship at Jackson State University.
Yeah, and gave up basketball when she had Bobby, but she encouraged him to pursue his dream, and she said now she's living her dream through him.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And the Pistons have been rolling right along, haven't they?
I tell you, on fire all period long, and this is how you want to start the game.
They built up a monster lead on the heels of great shooting. Love the attack mindset here.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. Taking a look at the Bulls. They've got Harrison. Robin Lopez out there with Bobby Portis. Then it's Jabari Parker. And it's Archie Diacono in at the point to the left side wing. Parker outside. Pass to Archie Diacono. Up again. It's good on the putback. Lopez has got the first basket of the second quarter for Chicago.
You love the way Robin Lopez just goes after those missed shots. That's where he can do damage.
Galloway kicks to Griffin. Score the basket. It's number 6 for him this game. 6 for 9, 67% shooting.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
Here's Archie Diacono. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the 76ers in Philadelphia. Well, we know, Steve, the GMs are in a tough position in this NBA. Trying to win, obviously, is the number one desire, but they got to balance everyone's view of the landscape. Winning now as opposed to looking what's best for the future.
And it's totally hard because we all understand what happens because you get penalized at the end of the year if you're not a team that's, you know, pretty much locked in the playoffs. You almost want to lose games to get a chance to have a better chance to get a higher draft pick. I think this is something that over the course of the next few seasons, this will be looked at very closely.
And he makes both free throws.
Well, a big focus for the Pistons has been improving their shooting, and they've done it. Last season, the 5th best three-point percentage in the league.
Now here's Johnson. He's got 6. And the call will be against Robin Lopez. That's his first foul. On defense, the Bulls only giving up 2 points this quarter. Here's Galloway. Back to Johnson. 3 on the clock. And here's Brown outside. It's rebounded by Portis. Portis has got 4 rebounds in this game. And Steve, last season the Pistons' three-point percentage was top 5, but their percentage inside the arc, bottom 5.
Only middle of the pack in terms of the number of threes they attempted. Might want to shoot more from long range, force the defense to really guard them out there to open up the inside.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
The Pistons went for it last season, bringing in Blake Griffin and trading away picks and players. Didn't work out the way they wanted, but they are determined to make a go of it. They're in a brand new building, and they hope that their moves in the future will draw fans back to the franchise. Kevin?
Good overview, David. Thank you. Chicago calls timeout.
Everybody talked about that huge Jimmy Butler trade last year. Some people criticized the Bulls' return in the deal, but the team seems happy with what they got.
Donnie's checked in for Harrison. Then for the Pistons, Reggie Bullock comes in for Stanley Johnson. And it's Luke Kennard in for Brown. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Pass to Arcidiacono. Parker outside. Dunn outside. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Lopez. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Great concentration from Lopez to absorb the contact and finish the play off anyway.
There's Galloway. There's the pass to Kennard. Over to the left wing. Lauri Markkanen's checked in for the Bulls. So it's Detroit now. To the inside. Bullock, good. Bullock's got his second bucket of the game to go.
It's fine to extend your defense to try and create turnovers, but guys have to help each other.
That's been a problem for them all game. Teamwork is something you just can't turn on and off.
Here's Arcidiacono. Kicks to Markkanen. Shoots over Griffin. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
You have to be impressed with the way this kid shoots the ball. Markkanen built for that mid-range game.
Right wing. Griffin against Markkanen. Right side Griffin. 5 to shoot. Detroit needs to get off a shot. Here's Bullock. Rebound by the Bulls. And this is their first time matched up with the Pistons this year.
Yeah, 2 conference rivals. I mean, they'll play each other a total of 4 times this season.
So you know each game they play will hold a lot of importance to both teams.
Now here's Markkanen. Calgary needs to get off a shot here. The shot by Arcidiacono, no good. Here's Griffin. Banked in off the glass. Griffin's got 4 this quarter.
This is what you want out of your offense. A high percentage look for Blake Griffin.
Holiday looking for an opening. He kicks to Markkanen. Passes it to Dunn. Dishes it to Holiday. And there it is for him.
What I like is when Chris Dunn keeps his poise, keeps his eyes up, good things happen.
Outside Griffin. Beyond the arc. You can't get it to go. Now Chicago takes it the other way.
Well, he was in rhythm, hitting 2 threes in the opening quarter, but hasn't made one since.
Arcidiacono, the pass to Lopez. Arcidiacono kicks to Dunn. And the foul called on Blake Griffin. That is his first foul of the game. Drummond's checked in for the Pistons. Jackson comes in for Langston Galloway. Carter outside. And here's Levine. He's got 11. 6 to shoot. The shot from the low post is good. Levine's got 13 points.
He has length and he has athleticism. Both of those help him operate inside and beat good defenses.
Drummond with it, and it's Carter picking him up. Drummond finds Griffin. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
So far, he's hit all of his shots at the foul line, going 4 for 4.
In their last contest, guys, he was unconscious from the foul line.
One shot.
Smitty, with all the different arenas you've played in and all the cities you've traveled to as a player, which city do you think, looking back, was the hardest to play in for whatever reason?
This is an easy question. Detroit, Michigan, Kevin, because I was raised there and played college basketball. The ticket request going home was definitely hard.
I bet.
Because now you're starting to ask teammates, you're starting to ask everybody for tickets, and I just never had enough.
And it was expensive to buy tickets.
Yes, indeed.
And everyone wanted one.
Everybody. My first game, Kevin, ever back in Detroit, 300 tickets.
Oh.
Glad I had good teammates, though. They helped me.
And again, it's the Pistons missing.
And that's the look this offense is designed to produce.
Always frustrating when you do everything right, yet just can't complete the play.
And it's good. That bucket takes him to 9 for 14.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Dunn against Jackson. Shoots from 12. Dunn shot's good.
His bread and butter is the mid-range area. Chris Dunn carves out a solid look for himself.
Now here's Jackson. Pass to Drummond. Here's Griffin. Oh, and he jams it right over Lauri Markkanen. Wow.
Can you believe that move? That is power. That is grace. That is awesome.
And a terrific bit of chaos there on the replay, presented by the Under Armour Hover Havoc. Now here's Levine. 13 points in the game. And the shot goes in.
My goodness. How about the degree of difficulty on that shot?
Inside. And it's Drummond with the jam.
With the flexibility to adjust at the rim, Drummond can catch the pass almost anywhere and still throw it down.
Dunn kicks to Carter. Griffin against Markkanen. And Levine throws it down.
This is why Levine's a fan favorite. Plays with an exciting, flashy style.
And there's the whistle. That goes on Chris Dunn. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second foul. You don't want to pick up his third in this half. We'll see if they'll make a substitution or not.
Stanley Johnson, he's checked in for Blake Griffin. Drummond with it. He had 28 points in the win against Brooklyn.
He was a shot-blocking nightmare out there. 4 blocks on the game and some alter shots as well.
Tries again, and he lays it up and in. Drummond's got 10 points in the game.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling now.
Carter, the pass to Hutchison. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Levine can't hit.
He got a good look from the mid-range area. He needs to shoot this one with more confidence.
It's stolen by Carter. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. Here's Hutchison. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Hutchinson's got his first points of the night. Here's Jackson. Pass to Bullock. Johnson left side. Just 5 on the clock. Takes the 13-footer. Jackson gets the bucket. And the Pistons lead by 18.
That quick burst off the pick allows Jackson to separate and get the look he wants.
Dunn kicks to Markkanen. The pass to Carter. Dunn outside. Levine feeling it out a bit. It's Drummond with the rebound. Drummond's got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
And just not able to find the target from three-point range here in the second quarter, although he did knock down one in the first.
Here's Kennard. 18 points separating the teams. That's the biggest lead of the game. Stolen by Markkanen. Now Dunn. Kicks to Markkanen. Passes it to Carter. Here's Hutchison. Pass to Dunn. 4 on the clock. And Markkanen gets it to go on the assist from Dunn. Markkanen's got his second basket of the night. Detroit leading by 16. Pass to Kennard. Now here's Johnson. Outside Jackson. To the inside. Drummond. And Drummond is right there. Drummond's got 12 in the game.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Dunn passes to Levine. From the low block. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Levine's got 19 points.
And, you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
Drummond finds Jackson. Over Dunn. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Pistons lead by 18.
You have to block out better than that. Drummond, one of the best in the league at converting off the glass.
From deep. No good on the last second attempt there. And so is Detroit with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Coach, it's early in the season, so what can you say about how things are going chemistry-wise so far?
I love our guys. We have a great group of young men that are competing hard, and it feels good because I know our guys are totally engaged and focused and giving us what they have.
Dwayne, thanks a lot. Back to you.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks. Welcome back. This is Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal at 2K Sports. Let's talk first half. Some incredible work in this one by Blake Griffin. He had 27 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. Kenny, what's your take on Detroit so far?
Well, Blake Griffin is beasting in the first half. He fought through some injuries the past few seasons, but he can still carry you offensively. Whatever he may lost in athleticism, he's made up for it in skill development and greater understanding of the game.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Chicago?
Well, they gave up too many good looks. You look at the field goal percentage against them, this tells the whole story. Not enough activity defensively, not enough disruption, Ernie. Like Kenny disrupts me all the time, not enough disruption.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take you down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my man Joel.
Joel, what up?
Welcome back to the hustle and bustle of Chicago, a time-lapse view of all the traffic heading toward downtown. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. You look at Blake Griffin in this game, he's been everywhere.
And he's been a monster in this game, throwing down some huge dunks. And I wasn't sure the rim would even survive in that first half.
And I can't wait to see what he has in store during this second half. Some of those jams were downright absurd.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Pistons leading by 18.
In the past, Detroit put Andre Drummond in the middle, surrounded him with shooters. With Griffin in the fold, more of a classic front court pairing for the Pistons.
And on the floor for Dwayne Casey starting the second half. The big men are Griffin and Drummond. Kennard is out there with Reggie Jackson. And it's Bullock in at the three. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for Detroit. On Tuesday, they'll face off against Jimmy Butler and the Philadelphia 76ers. And then on Thursday, they'll take on Kevin Love and the Cleveland Cavaliers.
And for their matchup with the Celtics, there aren't many other meetings that are as evenly matched as this one. Both teams can give and take punches, and this one, I think, is going to come down to the wire.
Steve, the Pistons, 4 shooters, 1 big man model. Much more common nowadays.
Yeah, well, the Pistons can stagger Drummond and Griffin's minutes to get more shooting on the floor. Even playing together, I think they complement each other pretty well.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
Another made free throw. He can get on these kinds of rolls. Great focus.
Jackson kicks to Griffin, to the middle. It's deflected. It's stolen by Carter. And here's the fast break. Dunn leading the way.
Not the easiest guy to stick. Chris Dunn's quickness puts defenders in difficult spots. And guys, Chris Dunn has outstanding physical tools. Long arms, athletic, great upside at the defensive end.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on that one. And Dunn has the size to guard either backcourt spot.
I agree. A good rebounder for a guard. Gets a lot of steals. He plays with a high energy level.
He hits the second from the line.
To me, Chris Dunn has all the tools to be really good. Has to cut down on the turnovers and has to keep working on that jump shot.
Now, here's Bullock. Here's Drummond. And the pass to Kennard. A 3-ball. Sinks the triple. Kennard's got his second bucket tonight.
Serve and the defense there. He makes a terrific read.
And if you're just joining us, we play it over a minute here in the third. And the shot goes down.
Another one for Zach. He has a scorer's mentality. Very dangerous when he gets into rhythm.
Outside Jackson. Shoots over Markkanen. Solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet. Jackson's got 6.
Well, there you go. I mean, if they're going to keep giving up open jumpers, they're going to keep getting burned.
Outside Levine. Back to Dunn. Carter outside. 5 to shoot. Here's Levine. It's Drummond with the rebound.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason while they're in control.
Now here's Bullock, guarded by Holiday. Outside for Jackson. Drummond trying to get himself free. A reverse. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Andre Drummond, a prototype athlete at the center position. He checks every box. Leaping ability, lateral mobility, you name it.
Jabari Parker's checked in for Markkanen.
Shooting one.
And for a man the size of Drummond to move and accelerate, Steve, the way he does, the focus has to be on keeping him healthy.
You know what, Kevin? He's been remarkably durable. Played 81-plus games in 4 out of the last 6 seasons. Last year, dropped 30 pounds. He's staying lean and mean.
Now, here's Dunn. Down low, Holiday. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And Detroit gets called for the foul. Bulls have been good at the free throw line in this one, 7 of 8.
And going back a season ago, they were a pretty average team at the line, about 76% altogether.
Shooting 2.
That free throw good from Holiday. And Justin Holiday, a long-arm defender, Smitty, and the brother of All-Star Drew Holiday.
Kevin had his first consistent playing time with the Warriors title team in 2015. A 3-and-D player, still developing offensively.
Harrison's checked in for Chicago. And Detroit with a change here, too. Brown's checked in. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Jackson passes to Kennard. Lays it up and banks it in. Kennard's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And a high percentage look there, and he takes full advantage. Bumps up the lead.
Yeah, the lead now is double digits. Some tricky matchups out there. Not a lot of solutions.
Chicago calls timeout. Steve, last season, even with Robin Lopez playing 64 games, the Bulls were dead last in block shots.
Yeah, Robin averaged less than 1 block a game for the first time in 6 years. What's really sad about that, he still led the team.
Bulls making the switch here. Portis is checked in. And a switch here also for Detroit. Langston Galloway's checked in for Luke Kennard. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. And stolen by Drummond. Jackson has the open look. Shot's good. Griffin making the play. Griffin's got his 4th assist in this one. Outside, Levine. Outside, Holiday. He kicks to Parker. Back to Holiday. Shoots the 3. Hits it from 3-point range. Holiday's got 9.
And there's where, if you get some room, you kind of have to take that shot to keep the defense honest.
Here's Griffin, and he slams it down right on top of Bobby Portis.
When he gets ahead of steam, Blake is pretty good. He is super aggressive on those type of plays.
That instant replay brought to you by Under Armour Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive the unleashing of chaos that time. Now here's Levine. He's got 23. Holiday with the 3. And the Bulls another 3.
A solid beginning to this second half offensively. 3 for 4 from the floor.
Passes it to Galloway. It's Drummond, high post. Back to Galloway. 6 on the shot clock. Brown kicks to Drummond. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Portis has got rebound number 5 here tonight. And it's in there. Holiday's got 10 points here in the second half.
He has flat out dominated this quarter, hitting shots at will. Yet they still find themselves behind.
Jackson finds Griffin. Outside for Jackson to the inside. And it's Drummond with the jam.
Good vision, good decision by Reggie. Pushing for a better shot, finds an open man.
Pass to Portis. Out of bounds, Detroit takes possession.
And let's take a quick look now at some stats here for Holiday. How he did last season. He was around 12 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. And the numbers won't wow you, but I like the effort he brings to the table each and every night.
You need guys who understand their roles. Carry them out without complaint. Everything he does is for the team.
Here's Griffin. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got 6 assists here tonight. Now here's Levine. He's guarded closely. Portis, the pass to Levine. Oh!
Yes! Yes! An explosive, high-level athlete. You see why Zach has won multiple dunk contests.
Jackson kicks to Brown. Pass to Drummond. Poked loose. Here's Harrison. The shot, no good. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Griffin finds Galloway. Good. Galloway has got 5 points so far.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Outside, Levine. Parker outside. Off target with his 3.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Here's Griffin. Lays it up off the glass. Griffin's got 6 in the quarter.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Now here's Levine. T right on him. The pass to Harrison. Levine kicks to Parker. No one near him. And the jumper falls for him.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
Pass to Drummond. The Pistons working the ball around now. Inside. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Drummond's got 21.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And here is Parker. Detroit with the rebound. Griffin's got his 5th rebound in this one. Pass to Jackson. To the paint. Levine passes to Harrison. And here is Portis. Outside, Levine. Rebound, Detroit.
I love the anticipation defensively there to get into the perfect spot.
Here's Harrison. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Levine kicks to Holiday. Just 5 on the clock. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
I will say this about his shooting stroke. It's pure when he's got it going. Perfect so far this quarter.
And now the first timeout called here for Detroit.
The winners of 6 championship titles, the Chicago Bulls, all in the 1990s, and all with Jordan and Pippen.
teams deciding to change it up.
Come on, Chicago.
Bulls on D. Jackson kicks to Griffin. Over Parker. A nice shot by Griffin. Griffin's got 8 points in the quarter.
He's in control when it matters, giving them a tremendous advantage right here.
Arcidiacono, the pass to Parker. Levine with it. Down low. Here's Lopez. Got a hand on it.
And when you look at the stats, Zaza, not a great shot blocker, but gets all of that one.
Outside Jackson. Out to the right wing. Here's Galloway. Guarded by Levine. 3 on the clock. Here's Johnson. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Johnson's got 8 points.
And really the story of the half. One team shooting it lights out. The other, the lights are just out.
You know what? It's 2 competing philosophies. One team playing it close to the vest, the other fast and loose.
And Levine throws it down.
That's off contact. Really good body control. You like to see Zach playing physical.
Outside Jackson. Outside Griffin. It's out of bounds. The Pistons able to retain possession here. Carter, he's checked in for Parker. And a switcher also for Detroit. Kennard's checked in. Shot clock at 6.
2 minutes.
Griffin against Carter. Carter with the block, but he stays with it. Here's Pachulia. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket. 6 points for him.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Now here's Levine. He's got 27. Griffin on the double team. And the foul called on Blake Griffin. That'll be his second foul of the game. Detroit making a switch here. Bullock's checked in.
Reggie Bullock.
1:31 left in the third. Here's Hutchison. He's guarded by Johnson. Clock at 4. Hutchison passes to Lopez. The shot by Arcidiacono, no good. Johnson dishes to Galloway. Back to Johnson. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Here is the 2K leaderboard with the list of last season's top three-point shooters. Well, you look at Bullock, second in the league, extremely accurate from beyond the arc.
The bucket must have looked 3 feet wide to him last year. I mean, very deserving in terms of that spot among the league leaders from 3.
That's good from Johnson. Dunn, he's checked in for Chicago. That one falls, so he hits both of them. The Bulls have gone better than 53% from the floor since halftime, shooting 8 of 15. Pass to Hutchison, to the middle, picked his pocket. Johnson for 3, good on the triple. Johnson's got 13.
Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
Inside, they get a hand on it, and that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession, and the Bulls making a change here. Markkanen's checked in. Knocked loose. Johnson outside. In the corner, it's Galloway. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
Just hasn't had his night, but his teammates are picking up the slack.
Here's Arcidiacono. Back to Markkanen. 5 on the clock. To the paint, looking to end the run, and the basket by Hutchison.
Not completely comfortable yet as a facilitator. Markkanen working on that aspect of his game.
Now here's Bullock. Johnson, that's for 2. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's Detroit in complete command. Their lead at 28 points going into the break. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. Right back after this break. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. And down low, it's Markkanen and Carter. And it's Blakeney in at the 2 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. And, well, Detroit shooting wonderfully up to this point, 67%. Calderon, and they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
The poise of Jose, taking what the defense allows, sneaking inside for the bucket.
When we look, Steve, at big stats like double-doubles, triple-doubles, are we becoming too enamored with that versus how it might affect winning?
No, I think we're always going to have those double-doubles and triple-doubles. I just think right now when you look at it, so many more possessions in games. That's why we're having guys average a triple-double or having more double-doubles. But he also give those guys credit. The game and those players, they're just better right now, and they're more equipped to be versatile. But I do think we still got to keep the emphasis on winning. When a guy can get a triple-double in wins versus in losses or double-doubles or any kind of stats, I think that should be a category of his own.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Ryan Arcidiacono. At the line for the Bulls, 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one.
The new head coach of Detroit is Dwayne Casey. They're lucky he was available. He guided the Raptors to a franchise best 59 wins last season, and he was the coach of the year.
And so he hits both. And it goes to show you that any coach can get fired. Casey, one of the most successful, highly regarded coaches in the league, and Smitty still got let go.
If you learn about all he's overcome, all the tough jobs he's worked in the past, you knew he'd take it on the chin and keep on trucking.
And that one's good, Arcidiacono.
He can be masterful in there, especially when there's no rim protection.
About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. Thomas outside. Carter pulls it in. Carter's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. The pass to Arcidiacono. Buries the long-range jumper. Arcidiacono's got 7 now in this quarter.
This is what these perimeter plays are designed to produce. Quality looks for spot-on shooters.
Johnson outside. And just miss after miss right now.
Can't finish. And defensively, nice job of altering the shot without fouling.
Markkanen, good.
Pure determination here, guys. A 4th quarter run that has them looking better and better as we get ready for the stretch run.
Now here's Calderon. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Over in the corner. Lure. Again, the miss by the Pistons. For Chicago, they've gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Got that one up quick.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Pistons leading by 20. Calderon finds Johnson. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. 6 to shoot. He dishes it to Thomas. Detroit, no good that time either. For Chicago, they've gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. Got that bucket in no time at all.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
The Pistons have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make. Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. Well, Steve, at the same time that the rest of the NBA seems to be going small, the Pistons are building their fortunes around 2 traditional big men, like Drummond and Blake Griffin. Do you like that direction?
Yeah, I do. Andre Drummond, he has tremendous mobility for his size. And Blake Griffin, he's highly skilled. I think it's about the pieces you put around them, guys that can shoot and guys that can play without the basketball in their hands.
A different look here for the Pistons. Drummond's checked in for Pachulia. Griffin comes in for Lure. Kennard, he's checked in for Thomas. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Jose Calderon. To the inside, and it's Drummond with the jam.
And with a strong finish, he finally ends that 13-0 run by Chicago.
Holiday with it. Done outside. Holiday. 4 on the shot clock. Carter kicks to Levine. It's Drummond with the rebound.
He's a little uncomfortable in that in-between area, and the defense plays him that way.
Griffin's shot is off. And here's Dunn. He'll bring it up for Chicago. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter. Their next game is at the American Airlines Center in Dallas for a game with the Mavericks. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip. Passes to Johnson, back to Jackson. Drummond is doubled. Outside Griffin. Carter with the block. And here's Holiday. Markkanen in the corner. Feeds it to Dunn. It's good.
Strength, focus, hard head approach. Chris Dunn powering through contact.
Pistons leading by 16. Jackson kicks to Drummond. Outside Griffin. With some arc. And he sinks the layup. Griffin's got 10 points here in the second half.
The beauty of the teardrop. Very difficult to really contest.
Down low. It's stolen by Johnson. To the paint. And Drummond throws it down.
Confident scoring effort by Drummond tonight. Feels like he has everything working to his advantage.
Dunn kicks to Carter. Back to Dunn. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That's on Reggie Jackson.
Chris Dunn taken 5th overall back in 2016. Didn't break through in his rookie season with the Wolves. He's getting more opportunity here in Chicago.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. And Greg, you look at Dunn. It can take longer for point guards to develop in the NBA.
A great point. It's the most cerebral position in our game. Learning how to run an NBA offense is a challenge. Good news, though, is he's putting in the work necessary to figure it out and progressing nicely.
Both good from the line that time. Steve, the NBA playing games in foreign countries now during the regular season. You think that'll become a more common occurrence?
I do, Kevin. I think they do a good job of getting a chance to, I would say, gather all the fans around the globe. Our game is going more global. And I think some of the players and some of the teams, they love it. I think a lot of times if they make sure the NBA, they're not sending the exact same teams and get a chance to spread the wealth, I think it's a great idea.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
For star players, even after a loss, Steve, they're asked to give press conferences after the games. Talk about how difficult that is for a player in the moments after a very difficult defeat.
And this is where you have to use your teammates and obviously your PR guys around the team to help you and obviously gather yourself before you get a chance to go in there, because it's tough. You're running high with emotions and sometimes the wrong type of emotions.
Yes.
But I also, Kevin, would love to see on the media side, there are some questions I just don't agree with. I think you should get a yellow card. You ask a dumb question, and if you get a red card, you can't ask any more questions for that series.
I think you'd be handing me cards after everything I say. I'd rather be piled with cards in front of me.
Not at all.
And then Johnson with the jam.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Now here is Holiday. Puts it up from 17. Blake Griffin pulls it in. Griffin's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Trying to find Jackson. He's got it now. And that one, good.
And so far, they have been in complete control of this one. Just a well-rounded effort on the road.
You know what they've done? They've been aggressive on both ends. That's showing up on the scoreboard.
Levine up top, guarded by Jackson. Levine can't hit.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Griffin passes to Jackson. Griffin trying to get open.
It's been a frustrating quarter for him shooting the basketball. He just has to make sure he's taking good shots.
To the middle, here's Levine. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn. And that's 31 points for Zach Levine.
The prototype of the new guard. Long, quick, highly skilled. Zach Levine has no trouble taking it inside.
Now here's Jackson. Lobbed up there for Drummond, and Drummond throws it down.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry. Here's Parker. Levine up top. There's the steal. Jackson from long range hits the three-point bomb. Jackson's got 5 points in the quarter.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Parker inside. Griffin's there. And Griffin sends it back. And it's out of bounds. And they say last touch by Griffin. Both teams deciding to change it up. Arcidiacono, the pass to Portis. And the foul called on Blake Griffin. And that'll be his third foul so far. Stanley Johnson, he's checked in for Detroit. The fadeaway. Portis can't get it to go.
I can tell you right now, the coach loved everything about that shot except the result.
Johnson. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
Here's Lopez, and he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing. And the foul called on the Detroit Pistons.
When Lopez starts going to work on you, sometimes fouling is your only option.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Lopez. And Robin Lopez, one of those dirty work type of big men, rebounding, defending, a lot of grit, setting screens. He does it all.
Yeah, unselfish. He does know his role. It just makes things easier for his teammates. Has his quirks, but has proven to be a great teammate.
And both free throws good for Lopez. We hear the term empty stats every once in a while, Steve, usually referring to great production on a bad team. How valid do you think that theory is?
It is. A lot of guys you see are averaging, these numbers, and players look around, and the players you're saying, unfortunately for him, those numbers are empty stats because there are a lot of times these numbers are found in when the game is decided, and a lot of times on bad teams you see these guys going for numbers. Then you get a chance to see them play on good teams, and those stats just don't match up.
Good explanation. Here's Arcidiacono following the bucket by the Pistons. Lopez against Pachulia. Portis kicks to Harrison. Just 5 to shoot. Puts up a 3. Rebounded by the Pistons. Griffin's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Galloway dishes to Pachulia. Here's Galloway. Here's Griffin. A beautiful reverse layup. Griffin's got 39.
And he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Arcidiacono, the pass to Lopez.
Pistons foul call. Zaza Pachulia. That's his 4th personal foul. Robin Lopez at the line for the Bulls. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. Well, we've seen the growth of the G League, especially in how much it's been utilized for player development. A lot of guys going up to the NBA level. Steve, how do you think we'll see this evolve over the next 10 years?
I think the G League and this partnership with the NBA and teams has been fantastic. It's kind of similar to baseball right now in the minor leagues, and the teams have done a great job of having the flexibility to bring guys up and down. I love it for a lot of these young guys to get a chance to develop and also be a part of, I would say, the big team.
Excellent point. Chicago has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the 4th. Here's Harrison. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
And I'll bet his percentage is pretty high from that range.
1:44 left in the 4th. Galloway kicks to Johnson. Griffin with it. Picked up by Portis. Griffin against Portis. 6 to shoot. They get a hand on it.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Pistons.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And so with this, they'll end up with their 2nd win on the year.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Blake Griffin.
Coming into tonight, hard to say if his intention was to take over the way he did, but as the game evolved, it became clear that he was an alpha dog on the offensive end.
Pachulia, good.
and just staying aggressive, continuing to extend that lead.
They left nothing to chance. This is how you close out.
Pass to Hutchison. Here's Arcidiacono. 11 feet away, and that one's good by Lopez.
And that soft touch of Lopez makes things easy for him down there.
And it's Galloway with the ball. He'll bring it up for Detroit. 15 seconds left in the game. That's short off the rim. Pachulia dishes to Brown. Pass to Galloway. And so Detroit takes this one by a big margin. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Blake, very strong game offensively. What gave you the confidence to take over?
I'm just putting in the work, and my teammates honestly believing in me and telling me to be confident at the end of the game. So I owe a lot to them. They came up with big plays. Just everybody working together.
Very good win for you tonight, Blake. Congrats. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Now, for Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA here on 2K Sports. So long.
Show.